Alright guys, so welcome back to my channel. So as some of you remember, a couple of months ago I recorded a video of this 144Hz monitor from Samsung. This is the 24-inch 144Hz quantum dot display that Samsung makes. Now ever since I made that video got quite a bit of views, and BenQ has managed to actually see that video. So BenQ has reached out to me and asked me to review a 35-inch ultra-wide monitor. So here it is. I'd love to show you the actual box in this room, but space is a bit of an issue in this room, so I'm going to have to do that in another room. But they have asked me to review this 35-inch ultra-wide monitor, so what I'm going to do is I am going to move over to another room and I'm going to unbox the monitor. Alright guys, so now that I've managed to move over to another room, we can take a look at this monitor and unbox it. So like I said before, this box is huge. There's my hand as a comparison. I don't have particularly small hands, but there you go, the box is absolutely huge. So I was gonna show you guys the box in the other room, but this would never fit in my room. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna set up my phone and I'm gonna unbox the monitor. Alright guys, so I've brought the camera a bit closer so you can see what's inside of the box. So starting on the left side, you get all these cables. So you get a HDMI cable, so if you want to use a HDMI cable with this monitor, that is a possibility. You also get the USB Type-C cable, so this monitor supports connectivity through Type-C connection. And you can also use the included mini DisplayPort to full-size DisplayPort cable. On the right side of the box, you get a plastic cover, which is to cover up the cables once you plug the cables into the monitor. You also get the standard power brick that comes with the monitor. This is to power the monitor. And then you get the power cable. Now this can vary obviously on your country. So in my case it is the triple prong solution because I live in the UK, but this can vary if you live in a different area. Alright guys, so now that we've finally removed all the accessories out of the box, we can take the monitor out. Alright guys, now that we've got the monitor out of the box, we can take a look at some of the specifications. So this monitor is 35 inches wide and has a 21:9 aspect ratio. The resolution is 3440 by 1440, so this format is perfect for multitasking and for widescreen content. This monitor also uses a VA panel, which means you can get really accurate colours and really deep black levels. This monitor uses a 100Hz refresh rate and also supports FreeSync for those who use AMD cards. For those who do not know, AMD FreeSync removes any tearing off the screen by syncing the refresh rate to the game's frame rate. Now sadly this monitor has no G-Sync, so Nvidia users are left out. Now this monitor also has a pretty cool feature called brightness intelligence. What this feature does is it adjusts the colour temperature of the screen relating to how much light there is in the room. The monitor can do this by using the sensor array which is below the BenQ logo. In theory this feature should remove any strain off the user's eyes whilst using the monitor in dark conditions. Now on the bottom of the monitor you can see the different ports, which include a power connector, a headphone jack, 2 HDMI ports, 1 display port, 2 USB 3.0s and a Type-C port. I have found these difficult to access due to their poor location and the limitation of a stand's movement. I believe BenQ could have easily fixed this issue if they mounted the ports on the back of the monitor instead of the bottom of the monitor. Anyways, now that we've had a look around the monitor, we can hook up the monitor and take a look at the user interface. Alright guys, so to access the user interface, all you need to do is use the buttons below the screen. These are quite a bit finicky to use, but you do eventually get used to them. So on the first section we have a display section. This allows you to adjust the image positioning and also which port you want to be using. So you can select from HDMI, DisplayPort or USB Type-C. The next section is the picture section, so over here you can adjust the brightness, so the brightness of the monitor, the contrast of the monitor, the sharpness and also the gamma. The gamma adjusts the backlight of the monitor, so you can adjust how bright or dark you want your blacks. Also you've got your colour temperature to adjust how cool or warm you want the screen to look. And then you can reset your colour, and then you've got your AMA. On the next section you've got your picture advanced, so this has got the different picture modes that you can choose from. So you can choose over here from the different presets which ones you want to use. So you've got your HDR preset, your sRGB for colour accuracy. BenQ claim 100% colour accuracy on this monitor. I'm not sure how accurate that is in the Adobe terms, but that should be quite accurate from what I know. I've set up a custom preset to make sure that the whites look quite balanced, because in sRGB setting to me they look quite yellowish. So you can choose the different presets over here. You can choose for gaming, for photo editing or video editing. You can also adjust for color vibrance to adjust how warm and cool you want your colors. Then you've got your low blue light filter, so this will lower out any blue light, so remove any strain off your eyes. Then you've also got the super resolution option, which all it does is it applies a sharpening filter, which makes the image look quite artificial in my eyes. Then you've got your overscan feature, so you can turn that on or off. You've got your display modes to choose your aspect ratio. I'll just leave it in full. Next you've got your audio tab, which allows you to adjust the audio settings for the 3.5mm headphone jack on the back of a monitor. Personally I don't use this, but you can use it if you want to. So you've got your volume options and your mute option. Below that you've got your system options, so you can set up a custom key on the bottom of the monitor for a different preset. I just left everything in auto. I don't really mess around with anything of this because it's not really necessary. And then you got your auto power off, so how quickly you want the monitor to auto power off. Resolution notice, so that's when you change resolution and the monitor will give you a notification of what resolution it is running at. You can turn that on or off. Information that is just currently displaying what are your current options of a monitor and what you're currently running at. Display port, you can select which version of display port you want to use, and then you've got your reset, which is just a reset of monitor options. Okay, so now that we've taken a look at the user interface, we can now take a look at using this monitor for productivity. So what you're currently seeing is a raw DNG of my bike opened up on Adobe Photoshop. From my experience so far, the colour reproduction has been great on this monitor, but I did have to adjust a few settings in the menu just to make sure that the colours look a bit more neutral, as they were quite warm out of the box. But this can be easily fixed by just changing some of the settings in the monitor, and then you'll end up with really accurate colours. Now moving on to the gaming aspect, I can happily enough report that playing on this monitor is an absolute joy. The ultra-wide aspect ratio allows you to see lows on the screen, and the 100Hz refresh rate allows you to have a really smooth experience. Although I have run into a weird issue with this monitor where it will default to 60Hz whenever I set it to 100Hz. I did contact BenQ about this and they didn't have an official answer for this, but I did manage to fix this issue by going into NVIDIA control panel and setting a custom refresh rate to 99Hz. This has managed to fix my issue temporarily, but I'm still not exactly sure why my monitor does this. I did test this on both HDMI and DisplayPort, and the issue still persisted on both ports, so I'm not exactly sure what's going on, but I hope BenQ managed to find a way to fix this issue. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoy this unboxing review video, and if you have any questions, please let me know in the comments below. Anyways, I'll see you next time. Peace out.